I was listening to the story about, it was a story of a family in Washington, and the little boy called the Bigfoot the Cowboy Man. And he had, apparently it had made an effort to steal this kid. And it hit me. My children were in that playpen behind me with nothing but a mosquito net over them. It could have crept up behind me and taken both of my children, and I wouldn't have known.
Father just got like a Mustang or something from Wyoming, okay? He had it out in the corral because he couldn't put it in the barn in the stalls with the other horses. It would kick and made all the other horses nervous. Had a Seminole Indian working the horse trying to break it every day. So they had it out in the corral. This skunk ape snuck up behind this horse and grabbed it on its hind quarters. This particular horse kicks out, jumps over the corral, runs into the pasture, to get away. At this point, the rancher's out there just blasted away with the dirty. Skunk ape runs into the swamp.
I went up there one day after that, or 2 days after that. I went up there and sat in the silence up there, and I'm telling you, man, it was free. It was crazy. There was a crazy vibe up there still. I did what I could to kind of get things under control, but I told her, I said, you need to get off this property. I feel like no matter how strong you are, it's almost like standing in the ocean. You can't stand still without moving your feet. You're going to get knocked over eventually, no matter how strong, whatever. You can't withstand a barrage of weird spiritual energy.
What's up, homies? How's it going out there? Welcome back to Paranormal Odyssey. Glad to see y'all. Thanks for stopping by and checking out another short story. Always appreciate it. Guys, before we get there, if you would, please hit that subscribe button. I would certainly appreciate that. If you've had an encounter and would like to come on and share it with me, I'd love to speak with you about that. Best way to get me is to shoot me an email. Wayne at paranormalworldproductions.com. That's where I stay. All right, we're going to jump right in. This one here I was not familiar with. It also came to me from Miss Tiffany, who is, as I said before, a moderator for the live shows. Not only Paranormal Odyssey, but also Sasquatch Odyssey. So we appreciate all that Tiffany does, and she is showing everybody else up by sending 2 recommendations. So don't let Tiffany beat y'all. Get those recommendations in here. Make it a little bit easier on me. But she recommended the Snarly Yow. That's right. I said the Snarly Yow. What in the hell is a Snarly Yow? You might be asking, because that's exactly what I asked. Let's find out together. There is a phantom dog known to haunt Maryland and eastern panhandle of West Virginia. It is jet black in color with a fierce red mouth, large paws, and glowing eyes. The dog-like apparition is known as the Snarly Yow, named after a legend that originated in Wales centuries ago. Ghostly black dogs, as well as mysterious black cats, appear quite often in folklore of the British Isles. Sightings are still reported there to this day. The Snarly Yow is most commonly spotted in the South Mountain area of Maryland. However, the creature's range extends as far south as Hillsborough, Virginia, and encompasses parts of West Virginia's eastern panhandle, especially around Harper's Ferry. During the early 1900s, many people in the tri-state area reported seeing a massive black dog with a red mouth. The beast often confronted travelers and then quickly disappeared. Curiously, The creature never harmed anyone. It did, however, put a scare into anyone who saw it. Though the snarly yowl never hurt anyone, people who encountered the creature tried their best to kill it. Their efforts failed. Bullets passed right through its body without causing harm or drawing blood. There is a Civil War historical marker in Boonesboro, Maryland, with a sidebar briefly recounting an encounter with the snarly owl. And it goes as follows. Beware of the snarly owl. Legend has it that the shadow of a black dog used to prowl the heights of South Mountain. One night, a huntsman famous as a sure shot encountered the beast. He aimed and fired his rifle. The shot went right through the animal with no effect. He fired again and again, each shot passing through the shadowy beast. Finally overcome with dread, the huntsman fled. After the rash of sightings in the early 20th century, the snarly owl faded into obscurity. This would not last. The legend was resurrected in the 1970s when sightings of the creature began anew. During the new round of snarly owl encounters, motorists began reporting a dog that would suddenly appear in front of their cars. In 1976, a Frederick County, Maryland couple reported hitting a large bluish black dog with glowing eyes. When they stopped to investigate, it had vanished without a trace. This is a recurring theme with the snarly owl. Other motorists have reportedly hit the creature after it materialized in front of their car, only to have their vehicle pass through it and see the creature standing in the road behind them. If the snarly owl does exist, and there is enough history behind the legend to suggest that something is going on, it most certainly is an apparition rather than a flesh and blood animal. The creature seems to lack physical properties. Some witnesses have seen the phantom dog pass through fences. Similarly, in the 1970s, a person who became startled by the appearance of the creature began throwing rocks and sticks at it, all of which passed right through its body. The creature glared at its attacker and snarled before disappearing into the brush. The entire area where the snarly owl has been spotted over the years was the focus of activity during the Civil War. The town of Harper's Ferry was hotly contested and changed hands many times during the conflict. The bloodiest battle of the war between the states took place near Sharpsburg, Maryland. The Battle of Antietam. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, and I do apologize. Let's try again. The Battle of Antietam. Yeah, we'll go with that. Claimed over 22,000 casualties in a single day of combat. Many ghost stories are set in the area near the Antietam battlefield. South Mountain in Maryland, claimed to be the snarly owl's home, was also the site of intense fighting during the Civil War. Soldiers marching along the hills, seemingly made of vapor, have been reported. Perhaps the violence and bloodshed of the war somehow brought about the dog-like apparition. However, the mountain has mysterious and mysticism predating the Civil War. Skeleton Indians have been rumored to roam the hillsides. Some suggest that the mountain sits on a ley line, energy from the earth that we do not fully understand accounts for the supernatural occurrences. If you favor a more mundane explanation for the snarly owl, it might be explained by the introduction of old world legends brought to the New World by Europeans. This may be still, though, something that isn't fully explainable. Seems to be taking place on South Mountain and beyond. There you go, guys. The story of the Snarly Yowl. Got this article here from denvermichaels.net. So appreciate that. It's a cool little article. All right, guys, what do y'all think about the Snarly Yowl? When I was looking it up, there's several things on the internet about it, and something that I had never heard of. So it's pretty surprising to me. All right, guys, again, want to encourage everyone to write in any suggestions. Let me know how I'm doing, what you think of the show, all that good stuff. Send those to Wayne at paranormalworldproductions.com. I want to ask everyone to please head over to paranormalworldproductions.com, our website. Check it out. Show some support. We would appreciate it. Remind everybody about the 2 episodes weekly, Wednesday and Sunday. Possibly some extras coming your way soon. 3, maybe 4 a week. Don't know. We'll get there. Also, remind everybody about Paranormal Odyssey Live, which can be found right here where you are at right now every Friday evening at 7:30. All right. That's all I got today. 12 minutes in and out. I like it. All right, guys. Y'all be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. And I will see you next time.